today I've decided to take a day trip to Victoria from Vancouver, and I'm currently at the BC ferries. I've got my one-way ticket right here. It rounds to about $17 per person. And the location here is Tsawwassen, and then it drops you off in Victoria at Swartz Bay. So I'll take you guys with for like a day tour, and you can get to see how beautiful it is. It will be my second time going there to visit. The ferry not only carries passengers, but also vehicles just down below. Due to the weather being partly cloudy, some parts of the water appeared gray while some appeared blue, reflecting off the bright blue sky. The trip from Vancouver to Victoria takes approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes, and although this is generally the Pacific Ocean, the BC ferries operate through the Canadian Gulf Islands, and because it's so protected, the trip itself is very calm and relaxing. During my stay here today, I decided to experience and visit new attractions I didn't have the chance to see the first time I came to Victoria. This being said, I highly recommend whoever decides to visit this beautiful city to spend at least 3 days to have enough time to experience as much as you can of what this place has to offer. Thankfully, I'm not feeling anything. Usually during any kind of form of transportation, I tend to get motion sickness. That's why I carry gravel with me everywhere I go. But because it's such a massive ferry, I don't feel anything. It's a very nice, smooth ride. So I'm just going to read my book here until we get there. I got the day pass, that's for $5, so that way I'm able to use the same pass coming back, since I'll be having a day trip spent in Victoria. And this bus is going to take me directly to downtown. So the best spot to stop and get dropped off of the bus to get to Victoria downtown would be Government Street and then Belleville Street.
So Johnstown was where Vancouver got its start, and then it grew into Granville, and then it kept growing, of course. Now by the time it was about to go to the next stage, city of Vancouver, they were basically thinking about, hey, what do we name the next stage over there? At the time, a lot more people lived here on the island, so look over thinking, Vancouver, that sounds good. So they kind of followed the name over there.
1921, right?
1921, that's correct.
It was tiny. And now, almost 100 years later, this is what it looks like. Victoria is known internationally as the City of Gardens. So I've included some shots I had captured from 3 years ago to share with you this incredible must-go-to and must-have experience. This goes for anyone who is not allergic to any botanical scents. This here is the famous Butchart Gardens that includes 55 acres of gardens and 900 bedding plant varieties. So considering that I'm only here for a day trip, the things I'm going to be discovering today are actually things I haven't even discovered when I came 3 years ago. So it's new to me, it'll be new to those who have never come here as well. But in general, it's not going to even scratch the surface of things to do in Victoria. There's whale-watch tours you're able to go on for 3 hours. So if I had done that, that would pretty much take up at least half of my day. So I'm gonna do as much as I can before I have to get on the very last ferry, which departs at 9 p.m. So currently I'm walking towards Fisherman's Wharf. It's basically like a floating pier where visitors who come here are able to see seals and other kind of marine life. So it's one place I haven't been to, and it's nice that everything pretty much here is walking distance. As soon as you land at that downtown stop that I had shown you guys, everything is walking distance. So it's really nice, it's very convenient. The weather, I can't even describe how beautiful it is.
Only a 10-minute walk from downtown and just around the corner from Victoria's inner harbor, Fisherman's Wharf is a hidden treasure that is waiting to be discovered.
So these right here are actual homes, like people live here, because there's access for residents only. Imagine living right here.
I knew I had to check this place off my list as I didn't have the chance to see it the first time. Fisherman's Wharf was built after World War II to accommodate commercial fishing vessels, opening in March 1948. This unique marine destination offers food and ice cream kiosks, shops, and eco-tour adventures in the heart of the working harbor. Adventures include whale watching and wildlife viewing tours, kayaking rentals, and fishing charters.
I'm currently going to Beacon Hill Park. It's open 24 hours for the public. It's a beautiful place to walk around, enjoy the weather. So for anyone who doesn't know this, Victoria is the capital of BC. It is a city within Vancouver Island. So Vancouver Island is separate from Vancouver City itself, and Victoria is within Vancouver Island. If you plan on doing the same trip that I had done, which I really hope that you do because this place is absolutely worth experiencing, definitely wear comfortable shoes, bring some water with you, have like a light jacket because it gets quite windy out here as well. You could bus, but I choose to walk just because, as mentioned, a lot of things are quite close by. So there's really no point of taking a bus when it's like right there. So this place here is super cute. They call it the Children's Farm, and it's like they're watering the children pretty much because there's water coming out of that. I'm just getting closer to Beacon Hill Park. This view to me is absolutely stunning. It's called Fountain Lake, and there's that fountain, the water's coming down, and there's a bunch of leaves within the lake. So the lake is like covered with these leaves, which makes it even prettier because you don't really see that. So this Beacon Hill Park is roughly around 740,000 square meters in parkland, and it originally formalized in 1882, and it's been a place of cultural, historical, and sacred significance to the First Nations. This view now with the sunset is on a whole nother level, and I'm about to risk it for the biscuit. Heading to the top floor. I'm gonna freeze my butt off, but it's okay. I'm all bundled up right now just because it's cold out here. I prefer to sit outside as opposed to inside to inhale some fresh oxygen. I just wanted to say how I made a good choice of heading back home this evening because this view and the weather is just priceless. And for me, I like to organically meditate as opposed to having to put like this calming ocean sounds or rain sounds or, you know, through technology like on your phone and your iPad. So now that I'm in the actual scenery, it's real. I take full advantage of it to just self-reflect and self-connect and just meditate, and it brings me so much calmness and peace within. And honestly, this is like my favorite part about going to Victoria is the ferry ride. So I do recommend you guys going to Victoria for this.
Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.